Welcome to the Inspired Business Center, where spirituality, leadership, and profitability meet. Today my guest is Robert Brzezinski, and Robert is going to be talking to us a little bit about the concept of 4 pillars of spiritual entrepreneurship. So, Robert, can you share the overall premise of the 4 pillars?
Absolutely, Marlon. It's a pleasure to be here today. The 4 pillars of spiritual entrepreneurship really grew out of an earlier program, and it's based on using 4 different concepts as the corner pillars of a business or an organization. Now, each of the pillars has 2 distinct aspects: the base, the solid bottom that holds everything up, and the pinnacle, or the solid platform upon which our roof will eventually rest. So, therefore, there's 8 total aspects of the program, and what we do is we look at them in pairs, in sets of 2, so that we create these 4 different pillars. Now, once all of the pillars are in place, the idea is that these will support your business, your organization, and its roof, or the public image, that which people see, and provide some shelter for your employees, for your ideas, for your programs that allow everyone to see there is a strong foundation and a strong top end to the business as well.
Sounds great, Robert, and I think foundation is something we're all thinking about here at the beginning of the year. So exactly what are the 4 pillars?
Great question. Each pillar, again, has 2 distinct aspects. So the first pillar is beliefs and character. Our beliefs act as the base and our character as the pinnacle. And these are designed, this is here to help you drive you or propel you to create something in the world. The second pillar is vision and adaptability. And these influence the forms that your business takes. So we start with a vision, with an idea of where we're going, and yet remain somewhat flexible, somewhat adaptable to market trends and to new ideas as they present themselves. Our third pillar is passion and skills. And this supports the evolution of your business, the evolution of your organization. Without the passion to really make something happen, most ideas and most ventures honestly fall flat. But also at the same time, if we don't have the skills to engage that passion, to accomplish our desires, again, the organization has a tendency to fall flat. And finally, our 4th pillar is faith and focus. This is all about keeping you on track, helping you to stay moving forward with the building of your business or the restructuring or just the strengthening of your existing business. Faith and focus are personally one of my favorites because they really serve, whether it's a small business or a mid-sized business, they really serve in part of the Inspired Business Center's mission of bringing more spirituality to our businesses. And that's the 4 pillars in a nutshell there.
Wonderful. And when I hear the term pillars, I think of maybe ancient Greece or Rome. So it sounds to me like these principles are somewhat ancient wisdom. Where did the idea for bringing it into modern world and business come from?
Yeah, that's a great insight, and that is exactly part of where this all originated. A couple of years ago, a very dear friend and I were working on a workshop. At that time, we were actually calling it the 4 pillars of spiritual enrichment. And we were focused on bringing this to everyday people and how they could bring a little bit more spirituality into their life, into their everyday living. And along the way, we had some great responses to that. We were having a really good time with it. And then as I began working with the Inspired Business Center, about a year or 2 now, it was just like the light went on. And I realized that this would be much more powerful if we could bring this to the business world. And if we could bring this to supporting business owners as they, and I really saw a desire for people to bring more spirituality into their business. The program itself is not a lot of preaching and not any proselytizing at all. It's really built around ancient wisdoms, belief and character, vision, adaptability, passion, and skills, faith, and focus to bring a new level of spirituality into our businesses.
Robert, this sounds like an amazing program and a lot of depth to it. How can people engage with this material, over a period of time and make it a practical application?
Well, Marla, as you know, the Inspired Business Center is gearing up to do just that, to support people in engagement with this through a 5-week teleseminar series. Now, beginning on February 25th, each Friday morning for 5 weeks at 10 a.m. Mountain, that's 9 o'clock Pacific and noon on the East Coast, we're going to gather on a conference call with a group of like-minded individuals, people that share these ideals and would like to learn a lot more about how these 4 pillars can support their business. On these conference calls, and I'll explain in a moment, it's much more than just a conference call, but during our time together, we're going to share the tools, we're going to share the processes, we're going to share the best practices that are really necessary for a company or an organization to build each of these pillars within their existing structure. So whether you're an owner of a mid-sized business or just getting started out as a solo entrepreneur or have a small business of 3 or 4 people moving forward, we invite you to join us in this as we use this interactive system. And as I said, it's not just a teleconference call. Throughout this program, you're going to be asked to engage with the material, and we use a system that allows us to go into breakout groups, allows us to share polling questions, to raise our hands, to add into the conversation. And the idea is that together, as a group, we will create more success than if we just tried to sit down and read this out of a book or just listen to some audios or videos. It's really about bringing together a group of people that can work together and therefore create a more rich and a more in-depth experience as we share the 4 pillars. So participants should know they're going to be asked to speak, and they're going to be asked to contribute, and they're going to be asked to participate in ways that a traditional phone call just do not allow for.
Robert, it sounds like a very, very rich experience, and I've learned in any other group I've been in with other business people that the sharing of the peer-to-peer insights and ideas and best practices from different industries and different backgrounds makes it such a powerful experience. How can people sign up for this?
Registration is easy, and the best part is the class is only $50 for all 5 weeks. 5 hours of instruction, workbooks, and all the assorted networking for just $50. And what we'll do is we'll record each session, so if Friday morning doesn't work for you, or if you have to miss a week or leave a little early one week, you can always listen to the replay at your convenience. Just head over to our website, the-4/the-pillars-teleseminar, and that's TELESEMINAR, and add an 8.html at the end of that. Or if you're on Facebook, head over to your Facebook page and do a search for the Inspired Business Center. Once there, look under the Events tab, and you'll find an event for this particular program. So again, theinspiredbusinesscenter.com/the-pillars-teleseminar.html, or again, find us on our Facebook page. And I'll add a link to this video that allows people to see that in front of them, so it might not be quite as confusing as just listening to the audio of that. So that's the best way to connect with us. And obviously, if you have any other questions, you're welcome to email me directly. That is robert@theinspiredbusiness.com.
Thank you so much, Robert, and I hope that people take advantage of this wonderful opportunity to deepen, to set up the foundation for the business for the rest of the year, and actually, for the rest of the existence of the business. Amazing opportunity and very reasonably priced. So I encourage everyone to enroll, and we will hear you on the call. This is Marla Riegel from the Inspired Business Center.